Hey, what's happening? Jeff Pish here, coming at you from the studio. Today, we're doing a little bit of a lesson. I don't often do these, but we'll throw some stuff out from time to time again. So if you do have questions or you want things you want me to talk about or demonstrate, please do drop a comment and I'll certainly check it out and see what we can come up with, see if I can help you out with anything that you're looking to get some help on. Or anything that you're just curious about. You know, I feel like there's some non-drummers that like to come in and check out the channel, which is great. So non-drummers, please do ask questions. You know, there's lots going on back here. So, you know, don't be afraid to ask about something, and I'm happy to jump in and see if I can help you out, help you learn something. So today we're talking about the kick. And more specifically, playing double beats with the kick drum. And I'll demonstrate how I personally do it and what I learned. And there's lots of different schools of thought on how to play quick doubles on the bass drum. So there's really no wrong answers here. There's no, this is the only way. There's never anything behind this instrument is never all about there's one way to do this. Everybody's built different. Everybody's got different hands. Everybody's got different arms and different flow, different grips, different ways of approaching things. So same thing applies here with the bass drum. You know, everyone's going to kind of approach it in their own way. But so this is just me offering how I do it, how I manage my quicker doubles. I shouldn't say double bass. It's single bass doubles on a single bass pedal, and how I make it happen. So first things first is, so you can see when I sit at the kit, I want to have some pretty good posture. You know, I try to maintain that good posture so that I can stay relaxed as I'm playing. And being relaxed, especially with the feet, is very, very important. Because we're essentially, when we talk about double beat, whether it's with our hands or our foot, we're talking about controlling rebound. That's all this is. We're controlling rebound. So posture, relaxed, so we can control these rebounds in a relaxed way. You can kind of see I play ankles up. And what that does is I typically will use gravity and the weight of my upper leg to be able to dig in to the bass drum. So you get that punchiness to it and you can get that full sound. So when we think about playing single beats, kind of see where my foot is on the plate there. And so I'm not all the way up in there. I've kind of recently, I took a lesson with a good friend of mine, Josh Orlando, my dude. And we talked about bass drum sound and getting more efficiency out of a single stroke. So I've been working on just bringing the foot back a little bit. It just gives you a little bit more leverage on the pedal. Again, utilizing gravity and doing science things for the velocity of the beater to get into the head in a very efficient way. That way we reproduce a good full quality sound out of the kick. Now, when we get into the doubles, some guys will, you know, they do that bounce thing. It just wasn't something I was ever comfortable with. It just didn't work for me. And that's okay. Not every technique works for everybody. So it didn't work for me. So in high school, a buddy of mine, Mark Ostrowski, my dude from high school, he and I were drumming buddies growing up. He kind of showed me this heel toe thing. And it's funny, the more I look at it and the more I've taught it to people and explained the philosophy of it, heel toe is a bad title for it, because I consider it more the inside of the foot. You know what I mean? So if this is a foot, here's the toes, here's your heel. I'm feeling the middle of my foot playing the first beat. Yes, you can see the heel is down on that first note, and you see the beater comes back. But the way I'm feeling it in my foot is in the middle of the foot, almost like where the arch happens. So it's still the same motion. So here's single beats. And if I'm going to play a double, I just feel like I'm pushing in the middle of my foot. So now you see, so we're here, middle foot, and then for the second beat of the double, we're just pushing back in. So the first beat is that rebound stroke, bounces off, see the beater is off the head, and then push back in, and now we're ankle up again, heel up I should say. So if you work that really slowly, so start up, push down, and feel that middle foot. Don't think of heel, think of middle foot. And then push to finish the double beat. Middle foot, front. Middle foot, front. Middle foot, front. And then you start to get a more fluid motion, and you teach your foot how to control that rebound. It's just same process with when you worked on it with your hands. You know, you do that slow process till your hand, the muscles in your hand, learn that process. So same thing here. The muscles in the foots has to learn this process. It's a new process. So it's a new thing. It's, you know, muscles are dumb. I tell people this all the time. Any student I've ever had, I've given my muscles are dumb speech to. You know, it takes, yes, you understand it in your head because your brain is smart. Your brain is fast. Muscles, not so much. You have to train them. Your brain has to transfer those signals and transfer that knowledge into those muscle groups in order for them to function. Eventually, they're able to operate on their own, and you get, you know, the muscle memory, the kinesthetic memory that enables you to just execute these moves and these muscular controls to create these different types of sounds, these double beats, and etc. So once again, so a good exercise, again, you just sit here and just keep thinking flat foot, front, flat foot, front. Middle foot, if you want to call it middle foot. And then you can, again, another simple exercise. And so now we understand the muscular control to make those double beats happen. Simple exercise. Everyone's played it. Hand. All right, and nice and easy. So let's try it. It's hard to play those slower like this, as you can see. But that's what you want to do. You do want to take it slow like that, so that again, it's a coordination thing of learning flat foot front, and getting that happening. And then you eventually, you know, again, we're staying on the snare drum right now. You start to speed it up a little. And you see, the only way I can accelerate and start to get to those faster tempos is because I'm staying relaxed, because I'm not getting tense through this. Again, it's that middle foot beat is that rebound stroke. That has to be, the beater has to be free to come off the head so that you have something to push back on to get that second beat out of, to create that double beat. So then, naturally, in the next step in the exercise, hand, foot, move it around the drums and keep that comfort there. So let's check it out. And so on and so forth. Next, application in grooves. So now you can take like a simple, like funky rock groove and start to drop some of these in there, just as a flavor, as a color, as an emphasis to push the groove out a little bit. So we could just be in here. And so on and so forth. But again, so there's the groove application. But it all comes back to just taking the time, slow. Flat foot, front. Middle foot, front. Middle, front, middle. And then just build that control from there. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So there it is. Check it out. Work on it. If you have questions on how all that works, please do drop me a comment. I'm going to respond. I always respond to any message I get and comments that I get. So please do feel free to reach out. And if you are new around here, please hit that subscribe button and feel free to like the video if it helps you out and send it out to some friends. Feel free to share. Lots more content coming, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks so much for hanging out.